We'll now talk about two ICANN consensus policies that deal with expired domain name registrations. First, we'll discuss the Expired Domain Deletion Policy, or EDDP, an ICANN consensus policy applicable to all ICANN-accredited registrars. It has been incorporated into Section 3.7.5 of the RAA. Just like the name suggests, the EDDP is applicable when a domain name expires. As a general rule under the EDDP, when a domain name registration expires and is not renewed by the registrant, the registrar must delete the name within 45 days of the end of the registration term. As we'll discuss next, there are some exceptions to this rule. A registrar's obligation to delete an expired domain name under the EDDP is not absolute. Section 3.7.5.1 of the RAA sets forth a list of potential extenuating circumstances in which a registrar may renew an expired domain name even without the consent of the registrants. Extenuating circumstances are defined as UDRP action, valid court order, failure of a registrar's renewal process, which does not include failure of a registrant to respond, the domain name is used by a name server that provides DNS service to third parties, the registrant is subject to bankruptcy proceedings, payment dispute, where a registrant claims to have paid for a renewal or a discrepancy in the amount paid, billing dispute, where a registrant disputes the amount on a bill, domain name subject to litigation in a court of competent jurisdiction, or other circumstance as approved specifically by ICANN. In the event a registrar chooses to renew a domain name due to one of these extenuating circumstances, it must maintain a record of the circumstance and retain it in accordance with the RAA's data retention procedures that are discussed in a separate section of this course. Under the EDDP, registrars must provide each new registrant with a notice of its deletion and auto-renewal policies. If the registrar's deletion policy changes during the time of the registration agreement, the registrar must make efforts to inform the registrants of those policy changes. Details of the deletion and auto-renewal policies must be displayed on any website the registrar operates for the purpose of domain name registration and renewal. In addition, the registrar must state on its relevant websites any fee that will be charged for the recovery of a domain name that was deleted but is in a redemption grace period or pending delete restorable status.